so much for mentioning that. And if I ever do forget to put my my YouTube up, yeah, please tell me, because sometimes I'm busy. I had a private lesson right before I started my stream today, and I was just, what we say, frazzled.
Yes.
Frazzled means my mind was a little bit distracted. Hello, Belen. Good to see you. How are you, dear? Okay, so we're talking about words that are related to the root word contra, meaning against, right? And there's another one that is actually pretty common. Let's see, where is it?
Contraband.
One moment, let me look at my list. Oh, contrast. Contrast, that's the one I was going to talk about. Contrast. What does contrast mean? Thank you, Mamie. What does contrast mean? Yeah, that's right. Compare. Again, so to contrast means something that you're using to compare against something else. That's a contrast, okay? So if you show something for contrast, you're trying to show something for, to show the differences. That's right. That's exactly right, okay? To contrast, all right?
It's a term used in art quite a bit.
That's
as
right.
Well.
Yeah, or in photography.
Or in photography,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so we talked about controversy, controversial, contradict, contrary, contraband. You just mentioned contraband.
Yes.
What is contraband? Anyone? Contraband. Hello, Rosalind. Good to see you. Muggle.
In some stories, yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so contraband, illicit goods. Very good, Lynn. Yeah. So in this case, it's related to the word banned. Banned things. So the
Right.
things that are banned,
okay.
they're contra, they're against. So anything that is banned is something that is against what we allow.
Yeah, I never
right?
realized that the band part was actually
I
banned.
didn't either.
Yeah.
And it says it comes from the medieval Latin word banum, meaning a command, right? So
Right.
something prohibited by
Right.
law. Yeah. So contraband are illegal things. That's right. Contraband is illegal things that go against your rules, right? Contraband of animals. Well,
They can be.
it can be. It depends. Yeah, in this case, banned is related to the word ban, meaning not allowed. Okay? Yeah. Banned, B-A-N-D, itself has a different meaning. But in this case, with the word contraband, it's related to the word to ban something, meaning to disallow by the rules. It's against the rules. Okay? So, and yeah, contraband of animals can be something. If there are some animals that are not allowed into your country, then that would be a contraband animal.
Probably like
Okay.
a blue whale is probably contraband in most places.
Or, any kind of animal that is invasive.
Right.
Something that's,
And
not
we
allowed.
still have a lot of those.
Or exotic.
Yeah.
Exotic animals that you're not allowed to have anymore.
In Florida, we have a lot of huge snakes that people have released
That's right.
that have become contraband at this point.
Yeah. Okay, and now, besides contra, there are also many words that have the root word counter. Counter also means against. Okay, counter also means against. So, for example, a counter argument. A counter argument means an argument that you're making against someone else's argument, right? That's a counter argument. So I'm going to argue this, and my counter argument will be that. Okay? All right. And what about, let's see, counterfeit? What does counterfeit mean? To falsely make. That's right. So in this case, counter. Oh, didn't I write it? I guess I didn't. Counterfeit. In this case, the word counter means.
Yeah, it didn't come up again.
Oh,
You typed it twice and it didn't come up.
well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I did try to write it. I don't know why I'm not allowed to write the word
No.
counterfeit somehow. I guess maybe that's a banned word.
It's contraband.
It's contraband, right? This word is counter to the rules of the.
Not allowed in
That's
Hello
right.
Talk.
That's right. But it's spelled COUNTERFEIT. FEIT. Counterfeit. And in this case, counter means against, and the last part, fit, comes from the word fere, meaning to make or to do. So it means to make something against the rules.
Right.
You know, that's counterfeit.
I, for some reason, was thinking it was with fiat, maybe, and like money, and it had to do, it was just some sort of
That's why I like
translation.
etymology. So it's
Yeah.
really interesting to always see where the words
Yeah.
come from, especially Latin words. Sometimes the Latin words change a lot.
Right.
So it's really hard to see where they are. And there are many Latin words that are very close in
Yes.
spelling and even meaning. So
Right.
sometimes it's hard to know which one they come from. Okay, so we have those. And how about counterintuitive?
Nice to see you again, Dana.
Hello, Dana. Good to see you. Oh, Eugene found a way around the rules. Thank you, Eugene. That's smart of you. I didn't figure that out. Good for you. So, and look, I don't know why Brian was able to write it.
Yeah. They don't want anyone teaching.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I don't
anyone
know.
to counterfeit anything.
So counterintuitive. Counter means against, and intuit means to think or to know something, right? So let's take a look at this one. Counterintuitive. So intuitive comes from the Latin word intuitivus, meaning to look at or to consider. So counterintuitive things means it's against what you would usually think. Yeah, contrary to common sense, and contrary, you're using a counter word. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
That's right.
And intuit as looking at something, it's, counter to what I'm actually seeing.
That's
sort of
exactly
thing,
right. Yeah.
Counter to what I think would be the easiest
intuitive
thing.
means something. To intuit things means to think or know or imagine what it might be. So counterintuitive means to go against what you would normally think. Okay. Hello, Lillian. All right, and let's keep going. Let's find some other words here. Let's see. Oh, well, the last one on the list of the counter words is encounter. To encounter something.
Hello, Johnny. Oh, yeah.
So encounter Encounter, in this case, en means in or in front of, and contra meaning against. So it's something that's in front of you that you encounter.
Yeah,
it's,
Sophie,
something you go
Sophie
against.
said meet, and that's close as well.
Pretty much what
Yeah.
it means. To encounter something means to meet something, right? So in this case, contra does mean against, but it means that you are now up against something in front of you.
Right.
That's what you encountered. Okay?
Yeah, and Latin I feel like has a lot of those small and
It does.
and on these kind of things.
It does. That's right. It's lucky for me to encounter you. That's right. Yeah. So the original meaning is to be in front of and against something, meaning not against like badly, but just presented with something in front of you. It's now against you. You have met it. It's your encounter. Okay? All right, so those are some words that are based on the root word contra or counter. And Belen said, I'm finding how similar these words are to Spanish. That's because
Right.
all of these are Latin-based, Belen, and Spanish is also Latin-based. So that's right. A lot of these words are going to sound very similar in Spanish, in Portuguese, in Italian, in Romanian, and maybe even in French. Yeah, many of these will be very similar. Okay? Okay, so that does it for our list of contra and counter words. Let's see. Let's try another one. We're going to review. We're going to review another one that I've done before, but I like this one, and it's a very useful one. We're going to talk about the Latin word for good. Bene.
Bene.
And if you go to Italy, you still can use this word. Bene means good.
Molto bene.
Yeah, molto bene. That's right. So bene means good in Latin, and there are many English words that have the letters B-E-N-E in them, meaning good. Tutto bene.
Tutto
That's
bene.
right. Yeah. So, Ruslan, I will get to your questions after I can talk about my subject a little bit, or if you want to, if you can always send me a private message with them too. Okay? And hello, K. Jean. Yes, we're live on Hello Talk. Yes. Hello, Mona. Okay. And bien, that's
In
right.
French.
Bien in French, that is also
Right.
comes from the Latin word bene, meaning good. That's right. Yeah. Can you think of any English words that have the letters B-E-N-E in them? There are many. Benediction. Yeah. So let's start with benediction.
That's a good first one. Yeah.
Bene meaning good, and diction, we already said, comes from the Latin word dicere, meaning to speak. So benediction means to speak good about someone, usually someone who died,
Right.
Okay. And benefit, that's right. A benefit is something that is good for you, right? It's beneficial.
Right.
Right? It's good for you. Hello, Brian from Myanmar. Bien also in Spanish, that's right.
Benevolent.
Benevolent, that's right. That's
good one.
another good one. To be benevolent means to be very good, right? He's a benevolent God. A
yeah.
benevolent, yeah, I can't speak today. Benevolent ruler.
He's good in his dealings.
That's right. He does good things for people. He's a benevolent person, right? Okay. Benelux.
I don't know if I know that one.
Yeah, let's look that up. I don't know if that's actually English. Oh, it is.
It's not.
Well, no, but it's that's a customs union in Belgium. Not related. That one is not related that I can see. It doesn't seem to have an etymology that comes from the word good. Okay. Hello, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
So yeah, benefit, benevolent, benefits. Yeah, bienvenido. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And let's see. Let me go to my list here.
Yeah, it's funny. Someone put Benedict on there, but we have sort of a different thinking of Benedict as a Benedict Arnold.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
is
But the
almost
original
the opposite.
name
Is
probably is
yes,
from
a
Latin,
good-
meaning good
yep.
something. Yeah, a good speaker, maybe.
Right.
So we have benediction. We talked about already, meaning to speak well about something. Benefactor.
Yeah, Bellin just put that on there.
Yeah, benefactor is a good one. What does a benefactor mean? What is a benefactor? And yes, Mona, benevolent means very kind, very generous, very kind. A benefactor is a sponsor. That's right, Lydia. Benefactor is a sponsor. It's somebody who does nice things for you. They want to sponsor you, right? So they are benefiting you. They are your benefactor.
Almost an investor.
Right, kind of like that. Yeah, back in the day, it was like artists. You know, artists all had a benefactor.
Yes.
You know, somebody who would pay for things so that they could do their art, right? Okay, and beneficence. That's another good one. Let me make sure I spell it right. Beneficence. Is that correct? Oh, no, not I-E, just E. Beneficence. Beneficence, which also means to be really good. His beneficence was widely known. Means his goodness was widely
I guess
known.
that is the same. Magnificence is the same.
That's right.
Yeah,
yeah.
suffix.
Yeah. Okay. So we have
Hi, Fluke.
benevolent, and oh, here's a good one. Benign.
Ah.
Benign. So this one is interesting because the word bene means good, and benign doesn't really mean good.
It's more like harmless.
It means harmless. That's
Yeah.
right. It means it won't harm you. It won't hurt you.
Which is good.
That's good.
You know, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So, but it's a good word to end on as for our list of bene words because the other word that you need to learn if you're going to learn bene words that mean good, then the other word in English that's good, or the word in Latin, is mal words. Mal means bad. Mal means bad in Latin. So there are many. That's right. So beneficent and maleficent. That's right. So a maleficent person is a bad person. That's right.
Malevolent.
Malevolent, malicious. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of those things. Malicious means to be bad or to do bad things, right? And we have the word. Oh, even the word dismal.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
dismal is one. So dismal. Let's look at that word very quickly.
Male. I don't think
that one comes up every single time, and I always say, well, that would really be convenient.
Yeah,
it would be funny and convenient, but no, in this case, the word male doesn't come from the word bad.
That's funny.
Yeah, that comes up every time I talk about
That's
it.
funny.
Okay, so in this case, dis comes from the word meaning dies, meaning days.
Oh.
So dismal means bad days.
Huh.
Yeah, dismal means bad days. How are you doing? I'm dismal.
Right.
Means I've had bad days. Okay. Malpractice means to practice bad things.
Right.
That's right. Okay. So lots of mal words. Maldives that's not related. That's just a place. Has a different root. And let's see. Here's one. This word, malady.
Ah.
Malady
Yes.
means a sickness.
Yes.
Right. So it's something that's bad for you. It's a malady. Right. Let's see. What else do we have here? Malice. Malice. To do something with malice means to do something with bad feelings or bad intent. Yeah, Brian, thank you. That's why I do this. It's all about vocabulary, and these are tricks in vocabulary. All of these words are related, and because they're related, it's easier to learn them as a group. Yeah, there's a good one, malodorous.
Yes, that is a good one.
So mal meaning bad and odor meaning the smell of something. So
Yes.
malodorous means a bad smell.
If you called someone that, you would sound smart and mean.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. And then, like we said, we were talking about benign. Well, the opposite of benign is malignant. Malignant means bad for you. You know, it will harm you. So benign tumors, if you have cancer and you have a tumor, a benign tumor won't harm you. It's not bad for you. Okay, it's harmless. But a malignant tumor is bad for you. It will harm you.
And to malign someone.
To malign someone.
Yes.
Malign,
N, I believe.
N. Yeah, I think that's it.
I believe so.
I think that's right. Yeah, to malign someone means to talk badly about someone. Malicious, right, to do something with bad intent, right? And there's another good one that I like, maladroit.
Maladroit.
Yeah.
Adroit, yeah.
So to be adroit means to be very skillful or very dexterous or very, you're able to move
Yes.
really well, right? So to be maladroit means that you're kind of clumsy and you don't move very well. Okay? Thank you, Robin. I'm glad you like my new co-host.
Yeah, thank you, Robin. I'm glad to.
Okay, Malamute is not related. USA Cats, that's a kind of dog, but good guess, though. You have to be careful. So that's why this trick does work, I would say, about 80% of the time or more. But there are always a few words that come from a different root. Yeah, that's right. Maladroit means not skillful. So to be adroit at something means to be very skillful, right? And maladroit would mean not skillful, badly skillful.
Malnutrition? Is that one?
Malnutrition. That's another good one.
Yeah.
Malnutrition.
Lydia, just put it up there, just as I said.
There we
it.
go.
Nice
Yeah.
job.
So malnutrition means bad nutrition. Malice, yeah, we talked about that one earlier. Malice means to do something with bad feeling. Yeah, to do with bad intent. Yeah, that's to do something with malice. Now, my favorite one to talk about when we talk about mal words is this one.
Ah.
Yeah, this one has a very cool story.
And that's one that I would have thought maybe wouldn't have been related.
It
but
is.
Interesting.
So the word malaria, what is malaria, everyone? I've talked about this before. If you guys have seen me before, you might know this story. But what is malaria? Malaria is the disease that you get usually from mosquitoes, right?
It is a malady. Yes.
It's a malady, that's right. It's a disease that you get from mosquitoes. So here's the story of how we get the word malaria. A long time ago, outside of the city of Rome in Italy, it was very wet and swampy. Outside the city of Rome was very wet and swampy. And if you see an area that's very wet and swampy, the air kind of smells bad, right? Swampy areas, the air is like stinky, right? So the Romans, they knew that if you go to that area, you come back and you're sick. And they didn't know why. They just knew that if you go to that area, you get sick, and that area is stinky.
It's the mal area.
So mal means bad, and area means air.
Ah.
So
bad air.
malaria means bad air. They were very smart. They were close. They just didn't know it was the mosquitoes.
Right.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I think it was hard to siege Rome for a lot of those reasons.
That's right,
That
yeah.
they couldn't hold forces out there without losing many to
That's
illness
right.
and
Yeah.
malaria.
And just the terrain was not
Right,
nice.
right.
Right. Yeah. Malformation, that's another good one. To form means to make a shape. So malformed means misshapen or bad shape.
Yeah, I think someone had put malcontent up as well, and that was a good one.
Yeah,
I
malcontent.
don't remember who it was.
To be content means to feel okay or happy or satisfied about things. So to be a malcontent means to feel that you're always upset about something. He's a malcontent.
Yes.
Means he's never happy with anything.
Malfunction is
Malfunction,
a good one,
yeah. Bad function, that's
Yeah.
right. Malfunction means it doesn't work well. It badly works, right? Malpractice is correct, yeah. To practice badly means malpractice, yeah. So look, all of these words are related. Maleficent was a movie.
Yeah.
You know, right?
A Disney character.
It was a Disney character, and it
Yeah.
was all about the evil, bad queen. That was Maleficent. She was Maleficent, right? And again, like you said, magnificent.
Yes.
Magna meaning great. So magnificent means a great person.
Right.
Maleficent means a bad person. Yeah, it's very useful, right? Yeah, well, we talked about male before. That one does not come from the same root. It would be funny if it did.
Oh, yes.
But it doesn't. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. There are a bunch of mal words. Let me see if I missed any on my list here. Malcontent, malefactor. So benefactor, we said it means somebody who supports you. A malefactor means somebody who goes against you. Okay.
Animal. Is that not?
No, that one comes from a different word.
I see.
Animalis meaning
It's one,
animated.
Right.
Yeah.
It's one whole word. I see.
Okay, so those are that's the rest of my list of. Oh no, there's one more. Malfeasance.
Ah, yes.
Malfeasance. M-A-L-F-E-A-C. No, F-E-A-S-A-N-C-E. Malfeasance. Malfeasance means it's kind of like malpractice.
Yes.
To do something with bad skill or to do something that caused harm to somebody else is malfeasance. Malware. There's one I forgot.
Malware, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, that was taken.
That's right. Malware. Software is software and hardware, right? So hardware means the computer itself. Software means the programming or the disks and programs you use. Malware means bad things that go in your computer that hurt your computer, right? Mallorca, not related as far as I know. Usually places are maybe a little different. So don't, if you're trying to find the root meanings of words, don't always think that that's where they come from if you're talking about places. Places will almost always have a different story of where they come from. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so good, everybody. We've got a bunch of MAL words, a bunch of bene words, right? And I told you, you can still go to Italy, and the word bene still means good. Okay? Molto bene. Okay? All right, so that's a good one. Let's find another one here. How about the word scrib or script?
Huh.
Scrib and script. There are many English words that have these letters in them, and they mean something about writing. So the first one that you should know is scribe. What is a scribe? It's not a word we use very much anymore. And look, Rosalind mentioned counterpart. We missed that one before. Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you, Rosalind. Yeah. And yes, benevolent means kind. That's right. Good morning, Miguel. Hello, my friend. Okay, so yeah, scribe. A scribe means a person who writes. That's right. So a scribe, it was a job.
Right.
We don't have that job anymore,
No,
but
we all have that job.
that's
now.
right. Now
Yeah.
we all have to write now.
Yeah.
But a long time ago, not everybody could
Right.
write. So a scribe was a person who was trained to write very well.
and had the materials to do
That's
so. Maybe
right.
not everyone.
That's
you know,
right. And so then we have subscribe and subscriber, right?
Yeah, great.
So sub means under. And that means to subscribe. That's because a long time ago on the contract, when you had a contract, where did you sign?
At the bottom. Ah.
So to subscribe,
Subscribe.
means underwrite, to write underneath, to subscribe. And subscriber, ER, when you see ER on the end of words, it often means a person who does that thing, like teacher, right? Teacher, worker, right? Those are words that mean a person who does that thing, right? Carpenter. Describe. Describe is a good one. Yeah, to describe, when we look at that one, to describe. So in this case, the word de means down, and scribe means to write. So to describe means to
write
write
it down.
down something. That's right. Circumscript. There we go. There's a good one. Let's look at that one. Circum. What does circum mean? Let's look at circumscribe. Circumscribe. So circum means around or roundabout, and scribe means to write. So in this case, we're talking about to write the boundaries of something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, to circumscribe. Okay? Circumscript. Cassius, we're not doing a music right now, man. I'm teaching a class right now. Okay? To scribble. Yeah, to scribble means to write something down quickly. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay?
Scripture. That's a good one.
Scripture, that is a good one. Yeah, scripture again. Let's look at that one.
Would that be, I don't know, maybe a tome of script.
So this one, scriptura, meaning the writings in the Bible.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. So, and if you guys are curious about which app I'm using when I'm looking up, there's a free online etymology dictionary. It's called etymonline.com. Okay? etymonline.com. That's the app that I'm using to check all of my words and see what they really mean. Okay? Script writer, that's right. And the word transcript, transcribe.
Yeah,
trans means across.
Yeah.
And so transcribe means to write something across to give it to someone else, right? Another copy of it, right? And a transcript means the written down words of something, right?
Yeah, conscript is a good one.
Conscript, yeah. So con means together, right?
Uh-huh.
So
be written together.
that's right. You write your name down, and you're in the army, and now you're together.
Or your
in
names
this
are all
group.
written down,
That's
and
right.
now you're in this army.
That's right, yeah.
By someone else.
That's right. Okay. So those are all scribe words. Let me check my list and see what some other ones were. To ascribe. Ascribe. Ascribe.
I don't know if scrimmage is of the same.
No, a scrimmage is not from the same thing, I think. I'll take a look at where scrimmage comes from in a minute, but to ascribe. So in this case, the A part comes from the Latin word ad, meaning to. So to ascribe means to write.
Right, and to give something a,
Yeah, so a long
Right
time
down.
ago, you have to remember that nothing was formal unless it was written down.
Right.
So to ascribe something means you wrote it down and you said, that I ascribe it to this. Okay? Let's see. Yeah, transcription. Yeah, we said that one. Yeah, script writer. We said that one. Conscript. That's right. Okay, good. Okay, let's look at my list to see some other words from scribe. Circumscribe, describe, description, inscribe. To inscribe something, right? In meaning, I think in this case it means with. Let me check. Inscribe, let's see. Yeah, so it means in, but it means like within something, right? To inscribe means to write the name of something on something, right? An inscription, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Inscribe, that's right. Good. Scrimmage does not come from the same word. No. And Anna, you have to look at it. Scrim is S-C-R-I-M. This is S-C-R-I-B. Okay? So you have to make sure you have all of the root word there. So let's look to see where scrimmage comes from, just to see. Scrimmage. Oh, that's interesting. It comes from the word skirmish.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
So, skirmish, S-K-I-R-M-I-S-H, a skirmish is a fight. A fight, okay? So, scrimmage comes from the word skirmish, meaning a fight. Okay? So, a scrimmage is a practice fight.
Yeah.
Right? Maria, this is my new co-host.
Hello, Maria.
This is Clay, my new co-host. And before I forget, guys, if you like what I'm doing here, you can always go to my YouTube channel. I am on YouTube right now, live. So if you run out of time on Hello Talk, you can go to my YouTube channel and you can keep watching on YouTube with no time limit. Okay, so go to my YouTube channel. You can also go to my website. If you like what I'm doing, maybe you want private lessons with me, you can go to my website and sign up on my website and get private lessons with me. Okay, I always forget to tell people that.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Let's keep looking at my list of scribe words. Manuscript. I don't think we said that one before. Manuscript. What is a manuscript? In this case, the word manu comes from the word manus, meaning hand. Yeah, manual. That's where we get the word manual from, by hand. So a manuscript is something that was written by hand. Okay? That's the original meaning.
I see. Yeah, I would have thought maybe like a compilation or something, but that's interesting.
Yeah. Manual. Yeah, all of those things. Manual labor means by hand, right?
Right.
Okay. Manual writing. That's right.
Manual transmission.
That's
have to change
right.
it by hand.
That's right. Okay. And let's see. We said scribble. We said scribe. We said script. Scripture, we said, transcribe, transcript, transcription. Okay, so there's my list of scribe words. Okay. All right. So we're talking about etymology, which means the history of where English words come from. Okay. Ruslan, thank you so much for your endorsement of me as a teacher. I appreciate that. All right, let's go to another one that I've talked about before, but it's another really good one to go over, and that is words that come from P-A-T-E-R.
Paterfamilias.
That's right, pater meaning father.
Peter.
Whoops.
Which is probably close.
It might be. Yeah, it might come from it. I'm not sure. Pater meaning father. Yeah, there's a bunch of different pater words. Paternity means who's the father, right? Which father is it, right? Paternal means on your father's side of the family, right? On the father's side of the family. So let's look at the pater words. What about this one? patriot. Patriot means the fatherland. You worship the fatherland. You love your fatherland. That's a patriot. You're a patriot if you love the fatherland. Okay. Compatriot means with, right? Yeah. So come meaning together or with. So those are your compatriots, means people who are from the same fatherland. Paternoster, yeah, let's look at that one. That's the Lord's Prayer. Yeah, so it's the Father's prayer, right? That's the Our Father who art in heaven, right? That thing. That's the Paternoster. That's the original. We don't use that term
no,
here, but we just say the Our. We say the Our Father.
Yeah.
But again, Paternoster meaning the Father's prayer, right? Okay, and let's see. Expatriate. What is an expatriate? Ex means out of. So an expatriate means somebody who has gone out of the fatherland. Okay? Patronizing comes, it's related to the word patron. A patron is someone who treats you like a father. They support you like a father, right? So your patrons who come in to your restaurant, they patronize your business. Yes. Comes from the word, a patron was kind of like, what was the other word we were talking about before? Like a benefactor.
Right, yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So a patron was somebody who supported you in some way like a father. Okay. Patterson, nope, that's a name, and it's Pater, in that case, doesn't come from the same root.
Paternalistic.
Paternalistic, yeah, means like fathers or father-like, right? Father-like qualities. Okay. Good. Okay, let's see. What's the patriarch? Patriarch means the father of the family, or the leader of the male leader of the family. The male leader of the family. Petrolinis, I think, is the word you're looking for, Belen. Let me look at that one. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, look, I didn't even know that one. Patroclinus.
Patroclinus.
Meaning resembling the father rather than the mother.
Huh. That's my brother.
That's interesting. See, I didn't know that one. Thank you, Belen. I wasn't aware of that word. See, I learn something new every day, too. Okay, and patrician. A patrician. What is a patrician, everyone? So this word was a noble. Yes. That's right. It's like a person who's from the upper levels of society, right? They were considered to be the fathers of the community, right? They were the nobles. They were from the father, or I should say they're like the fathers, the overlookers of the community.
The high social class. That's right, Vicky.
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, and here's a fun one. Patricide. Patricide. What does patricide mean? Side means to kill. So patricide means to kill your father. Homicide means to kill a man. Suicide, to kill yourself. Matricide, to kill your mother. Fratricide, to kill your brother.
Yes.
right? So, so to kill your father means patricide, all right? And Ruslan said repatriation. That's right.
Yeah.
So means again. To repatriate means to come back to the fatherland again. Okay?
Regicide is another one as well.
Yeah, regicide, genocide, that's right. Okay, and let's see. We talked about patronage, patronizing. Patronymic. Patronymic. What does patronymic mean? Yeah, it means a name that comes from your father's side. Yeah. NYM means name. So patronym means from the father's family name. Okay? Now, my favorite one, though, we talked about repatriate, we talked about repatriation, but my favorite one is this one. The word pattern. The word pattern comes from the word father. Why? Because what is a pattern? A pattern is something that you can use to look at to make another one, right?
Right.
Your father is a good pattern
The blueprint.
for you,
Yes.
right? So the word pattern means like a father, like a model for you to use. Yeah. So there you go. The word pattern, patricide, patriot, repatriate, all of those words have something to do with the word father. Yeah, patricide, that's right. Good, I'm glad you like it, Saab. Yeah, this is a hobby of mine. I've studied since I was 15. The first language I
Wow.
studied was Latin.
Oh, yeah.
And I failed terribly.
Yeah, my father went to a Latin school. He went to Covington
Oh,
Latin.
okay, there you go.
Yeah, and so, you know, he learned, I doubt he remembers any of it,
Yeah,
but
well,
he learned
there's a
Latin.
good reason why nobody speaks Latin, because it's a really stupidly difficult language, and that's where we get a lot of our grammar from,
Right.
too.
Yeah. Arbitrary rules.
That's right, yeah. But I did not learn Latin well, but I did learn this.
Yeah.
You know, and this I thought was really interesting. I remember the first time I saw the word agricola, meaning
Oh, yeah.
farmer, right?
uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, okay. So every time I see a word with A-G-R-I in it,
And I believe that was a name, too, even like...
it was originally,
uh-huh.
yeah, which was because farming was a very common job. And
Right.
you were all like a lot of the names we have, carpenter and
Farmer.
smith and
Yeah.
farmer. Those all come from jobs that you did originally,
Right.
So there you go, everybody. There's a bunch of words that come from father. And since we're talking about father, what about mother? Mater, meaning mother. There are a lot of mater words too, right? Let me find my mater list. Where is it? I have a lot of words here.
Yeah, we're getting some here. Maternal, maternity.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, material. I didn't know.
That one is from there.
Yeah, that's interesting. Good one,
yeah.
Saab.
Material, meaning the things of the mother universe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, these are the materials, right? Matter also.
Right.
Matters, the stuff of the universe.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's an apt word for that stuff.
that
really.
is. Yeah. Where did my mother list? There it is. Okay. So we have material, maternity, matriarch. Yeah, matriarch meaning the lead mother of the family, right? The female leader of the family.
Right.
Right? Your alma mater.
Ah, yes.
Alma mater. What is your alma mater, everyone? Alma mater. Alma means nurturing, And mater means mother. So alma mater means your nurturing mother. And that's when we're talking about the school you graduated from. That's your alma mater. Okay? They nurtured you. They brought you up. They taught you everything.
Right.
Right? Okay, let's see. Motherhood, mother. The word mother comes from mater. That's right. Let's see. Mock wants to know, yeah, I'm a drummer. Yeah, Mock, I'm a drummer as well. Woshagusho. Let's see. Matricide, meaning to kill your mother. That's right. Maternal means things that are mother-like or from the mother's side, right? Let's see. Amateur. I don't think that one comes from the same, but let's take a look. No, so the word amateur comes from the Latin word amatorum, which means a lover or a friend. It actually, so it's related to the word love, amateur,
I see.
which originally the meaning was somebody who had a love for something.
That they don't do professionally.
That's
they do
right.
It as
They're just an amateur,
Yeah.
right? It's a lover of this thing. So you're not a
Interesting.
professional, you're an amateur. You just love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Ahad. Let's see. Immature. So I think that one comes from a different word. Yeah. So mature comes from the Latin word maturus, meaning ripe. Ripe. So immature, meaning not ripe. Yeah. But, you know, it's good to guess these things, right? To try to find some words that are in that, no, you're good. That's good. You're guessing. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's why you need to get that app, because if you get that app, you can look up those words and find out where they come from. Okay? James, we're talking about etymology, which means the history of where English words come from. And right now we're talking about words that come from the Latin word for mother. So all the words that are related by the meaning of mother. Okay? What about matriculate?
Ah.
Yeah,
yes.
to matriculate means to be
Go
brought into
through
the
school.
mother's school, like
Yeah.
alma mater again. To matriculate. The Matrix, that is correct. Yes, the Matrix, again, meaning the mother universe.
yeah, area.
Right? The Matrix, that you're correct about that one, Saab. Yeah, the Matrix means the mother universe. Yeah. Let's see. Matron. It's not a word we use anymore, really,
Not too
but
much,
it's
no.
it's a word that means like the female of householder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matronymic. We talked about patronymic. Matronymic means your name comes from your mother's side. Yeah, your name comes from your mother's side. And then finally, the last one that I really like is this one. Well, metropolis. Metropolis. In this case, polis means city. Metropolis means mother city. So now when we think of a metropolis, we just think of a big city.
Right. But
You
this
know,
sounds more like a capital almost.
well,
would be
because
like-
a long time ago, in the early Greek days, that's when this word was
City-states.
coming. City-states. That's exactly right. So a metropolis was, you came from this city, that's your mother city.
Right.
But you go
Right.
to another city that's not
Yeah.
your mother city. Yeah, the metropolis. Yeah. But now when we say metropolis, we just mean a big city. Yeah.
or where Superman lives.
That's right. Yeah. Look, Bellin said the same thing. Metropolitan. That's right. So, politan in this case means a person, right? So, a metropolitan means a person from the mother city, okay, or a thing from the mother city. Okay. No, polis means city. Metro comes from the word meaning mother. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny, Saab, because now when we think of metro,
Yeah.
we think that, yeah, it means something about the city. But no, metro, let's see here.
We hear a lot the greater metro area, which
That's
is
right,
now
yeah.
and now it's been associated with city for so long.
That's right, yeah. So if I see, let's see. Let me take a look and see if I can find some words that are related. Yeah, metronymic, metropolis, metropolitan. Yeah, which means mother city. Yeah, which is like the capital city, you know. So in this case, the word metro is actually Latin words can sometimes be spelled in different ways. So it can be M-A-T-E-R, it could be M-E-T-E-R.
Right.
So that's where we get the metro from. Yeah. And pater sometimes is P-A-T-E-R, sometimes it's P-A-T-R
Right.
something, you know, patre, right? Okay. So there we go. And, you know, look, if you're talking about, since we're talking about polis words, the word acropolis, right? What is an acropolis? It means a citadel. It means the highest city in this case, right? So it's a point in this case, right? It's like the high city or the sharpest city in this case, acro. Cosmopolitan, cosmos, meaning from the world, right? So a cosmopolitan,
A worldly city.
That's right, is a worldly city. That's right, cosmopolitan.
Or a worldly person.
Yeah, I know this topic is a little bit advanced. This is a little advanced, but it's a really good thing for you to start learning if you want to learn vocabulary. So listen, everybody. I teach this because many people come on my streams and they ask me, how can I memorize words better? How can I memorize words more effectively? And I hate memorizing. I don't like the concept of memorizing. It doesn't work very well. But if you learn a little bit about etymology, a lot of the stories are really interesting. And if you know the interesting story, you will remember it. It's impossible to forget interesting things. So, for example, the word steak. The word steak, and the word stick. They look very similar, don't they? Steak and stick. Why do they look similar? Because what is a steak? It's a piece of meat that you cooked.
Yeah.
And what is the oldest way that we cooked meat?
Sticks.
On a stick.
Yeah.
That's right. You put the meat on the stick and you put it over the fire. That's how we used to cook meat. Right? Yeah, they're almost homonyms. That's right. And this trick, it can help you understand the spelling of words. It can help you understand the pronunciation of words. It can help you understand the meaning and remember the meaning. It can help you know more about where our words come from, what region they come from. When I see a certain word, I know that some words, if it's a word that ends with E-T-T-E, I know that's French. If it has E-A-U in it, that's French. If it has S-C-H in it, that's probably German. Okay? If it has O-U-G-H, that's English German. And so these tricks can be really useful and helpful for you to remember the words, understand the spelling, understand the pronunciation. So it's a very useful tool. And by the way, this also works very well for idioms. almost every single English idiom has an interesting story to it. So I'm going to tell the story that I've told many, many times. I can tell some new ones, but my favorite story is one, if you've watched me before, you've heard this one before, but some of you are new, so I'm going to teach you this story. Do you guys know the idiom, let the cat out of the bag? Let the cat out of the bag. What does that mean? Anyone know that one? To let the cat out of the bag? That's right. To reveal the truth or reveal a secret. That's right.
To spill the beans is
That's
another
right.
idiom.
That's another idiom, but it's a similar meaning. That's right. Okay. So now that idiom is related to another English idiom. A pig in a poke. A pig in a poke. Do you guys know what that one means? Anyone? Bueller. Bueller. What is a pig in a poke? Anyone know? No, it doesn't mean to kill the pig. A pig in a poke means you bought something or purchased something without looking at it carefully. So you bought it quickly and you were not careful about it, so you didn't look at it or check it or inspect it in some way. Okay? So these two idioms are related. I'm going to tell you a story about how. Okay? So the word poke, P-O-K-E. Now, when we think of the word poke, we think this. I'm poking him. Okay? To poke means to use your finger and touch someone like this. That's to poke someone. But a long time ago, the word poke meant a bag.
Ah.
So a pig in a poke meant a pig in a bag. Now, how can you put a pig in a bag? Pigs are big, right? Well, that's because we're not talking about a full-size pig. We're talking about a baby pig. So if you wanted to, let's say you live in Europe 500 years ago and you want to buy some food for dinner. So you decide to go to the market to buy a pig, and you're not going to buy a whole pig. That's too much. So you buy a baby pig, okay? And the baby pigs were still alive because the only way you could know if your meat was fresh is if it was still living, right? Back then, you wouldn't want to trust anything with, you don't know how old it is, and there's no good storage techniques, right? So they had these little baby pigs in a bag ready for you to buy, okay? So one day, you go to the market to buy a little baby pig in a bag, and you're late. You're late. You're in a rush. So you run there, and you give the guy the money, and he gives you the bag, and you run home to cook dinner. But when you get home, you open the bag, and you see what inside? Not a pig. He tricked you.
A cat.
It was a cat. And so that's where the term let the cat out of the bag comes from. They're related. A pig in a poke means you bought something without looking carefully, and then when you open it, let the cat out of the bag. Now you know the secret.
Yes.
Yeah. But it gets more interesting because the word poke, I told you it means a bag, right? And a long time ago, we didn't have wallets. We used to carry our money in small little bags, a pouch, right? So, for my French follower Saab here, E-T-T-E. E-T-T-E on the end of a word in French means something diminutive, something smaller or feminine, okay? So, for example, the word cigar is a big fat one, and the word cigarette is the smaller one, right? So, the word poke means a big bag, and the word pocket used to mean a small bag.
Pocket.
And the word pocket. One day, somebody said, what if we take this small bag and we just sew it to our clothes? So the word pocket becomes pocket. Yeah.
And Charlotte, I would imagine, is little Charlie almost.
I think so.
Name?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah,
like
or feminine Charlie.
yeah, Charles.
That's right.
Yeah,
Charles.
feminine Charles.
That's right. Yeah. Or kitchen, kitchenette, dine,
Right.
dinette.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of these mean something smaller usually, or diminutive, something smaller or feminine in some way. Yeah. So poke is a big bag, poquette is a small bag, and they used to spell it Pockette or Pokkette. And over time,
They
it
dropped
changed
that,
and
yeah.
turned into pocket. So look, see, like there. Come on, that's a great story.
That is a
That's
great
a great
story,
story,
yeah.
right? You know.
I wonder if the cat gets your tongue after it jumps out of the bag.
That one has a crazy history about it. Actually, the cat has your tongue.
Yes.
There are a few different stories about where the cat has your tongue comes from. None of them are pleasant.
I wouldn't imagine so.
So let me look that up to remind myself of. You guys know that one? The cat has your tongue. The cat's got your tongue. It means that you don't have any words. It means you don't have any words, right? So there are a few stories about where that one comes from, okay? Let me find the right page here to remind me. Okay. Oh, no, that's not the right page. Here it is. All right, so there are a few different stories about where that one comes from. So, do you guys know what a cat of nine tails is?
Lucky.
No, it's one of these.
Oh, I see.
So let me show you. Let me see if I can just put it up on the. Oh well, no, I can't because the camera's right
can
over there.
stand up and put
No,
it
that's all right. Let me just pull up my. I'll share screen and just pull it up on my page here.
Yeah, that would get your tongue worse.
That's right. When you get hit by that thing,
Yeah.
you're speechless.
Yeah.
That's right. So that's one theory of where this comes from. Come on, spread. There we go. So let me show you what a cat of nine tails is, everyone. So let me share my screen. This is a cat of nine tails. It's a whip that was used to hit people. Okay? And you can imagine how much that would hurt when they would whip you with that, right? So, one theory, one story about where the word the cat has your tongue, where the idiom cat has your tongue comes from is because when they hit you with that, it hurt so much you couldn't say anything. You couldn't say anything. You had no words. You were just speechless because of how much it hurt. It was too painful, right? So that's one possible story about where it comes from. But there is another story, too. Let's see. Oh, so black cats. Black cats are, when we see black cats, sometimes we think they're unlucky.
Yeah, there's
right?
superstition about black cats.
That's right. And a long time ago, people were so scared of them because they thought they were the pet of witches. Right? And so when you would see one, you'd get so scared you couldn't speak, and they thought it was a spell. They thought it was magic. So that's another possible story of where the cat has your tongue comes from, is when you saw a black cat, it made you scared because you thought of witches and black magic, and it would make you speechless, right? But there's also a third story about the Egyptians. And the Egyptians, well, if you used to say things that they didn't like, if you used to blaspheme, To blaspheme means to say something that they really, really don't like at all. They would cut out your tongue and feed it to the cats.
Oh, see, I was thinking cats being of the underworld, that they would just get rid of you
they actually
altogether.
had cats.
Yeah.
Lots of cats in the Egyptian world.
Right.
So that's a third theory. So none of them are pleasant,
No,
really.
no, you don't want the cat to get your tongue.
That's right, yeah. So it's funny how a lot of these stories, sometimes they have very dark origins,
Right.
but we don't know about that anymore. We
Yeah.
don't think about them
And
anymore.
they're mostly used in a lighthearted way.
That's right.
As well, in a
That's right.
easygoing sort of way.
Yeah. So again, almost every idiom in English, they all have an interesting story. And by the way, there's a great website for that, theidioms.com. Theidioms.com is a really great website that has, let me show it to you. Let me pull it up here and show it to you. So let's share my screen again. Theidioms.com is a really great website, and it has two different ways, well, actually three different ways to look at idioms here. You can look at them alphabetically, right? So you can just choose a letter and go through all the different idioms by alphabet, or you can look at them by topic, right? So let's say beauty. Let's look at beauty. Idioms about beauty. So we have to look like $1,000,000. To look like $1,000,000 means to look really good. You look like $1,000,000. Bucks means dollars, right? And actually, this website, if you type in this, and they sometimes, yeah, look, they even have a story about the origin and history of where it comes from. Okay, so this is a great website for learning about English idioms. It will give you example sentences. It gives you the meaning. Okay, look, there's the example sentences. Emily looks like $1,000,000 in that dress. It's absolutely stunning on her. Okay, and they give you the history. The term bucks is a slang for dollars because a long time ago, a buck means a male deer. And so we used to kill the deers and use their skins to trade for money. So a buck was valuable. So that's where we get the term buck from. All right. So if I go back, there's beauty is only a skin deep, drop dead, or drop dead gorgeous, crowning glory, belle of the ball, eye candy. That's got an interesting story too. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. These are all idioms that are related to the concept of beauty. Okay? So this is a great website. You can look up idioms by alphabet or by topic or just a whole list of all of them together, or you can search them as well. Okay? So this is a really great website for practicing or learning idioms. All right? All right, yeah, there's a lot of idioms, but when you find out the story of where they come from, there are so many interesting stories, many, many interesting stories, and that'll help you remember the meaning. Okay? So, you know, now that I told you the story about let the cat out of the bag and a pig in a poke, you're not going to forget that. It's an interesting story that's in your mind now. Cat of nine tails and the cat got your tongue.
I learned all of that today.
Right,
yeah,
there you go.
I didn't know the story of the pig and the cat.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them that way. Yeah. So, yeah, that's break a leg. Break a leg is an interesting one.
theater
It's a
term.
theater term. Yeah, that's at least what most people believe. There
Right.
are some theories about other possible origins for it, but
Right.
to break a leg is something that you would say there are two reasons. In theater, it was considered bad luck to tell somebody good luck. So before a performance, they would, instead of saying good luck, they would say break a leg. But when you think of break a leg, you think your leg is broken. But actually, that's not what the original meaning is.
Knee bent.
It means, yeah, your knees, you know, at an angle or
Yeah.
bent at an angle. So when you would walk up to the front of the stage, you didn't stand straight forward like this. You would stand at an angle with your leg's broken, meaning at an angle like this, and that was to break a leg. So that's where we get the term break a leg from. Okay? So yeah, like that's why I said this. That's why etymology is, for me, it's really, really interesting. And so I was telling you about how it can help you with pronunciation too. So for example, the word though. The word though. How many people hate that word because of how many silent letters it has?
I don't even usually type them all.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, everybody hates this word because we don't understand why is it spelled Though if we say though. Mm-hmm. There's a good reason. A long time ago, the pronunciation of this word was different than it is now. A long time ago, the English language used to have a sound in it that we don't often use anymore. The pronunciation of this word used to be the, right? That kind of thing it's an Arabic sound, it's in Hebrew, it's in a bunch of different languages, it's that sound, right? And English used to have that sound. So a long time ago, the scribes, they were all arguing about how do we write that sound down? Like, what letters do we use to make, like what exactly do we write for that? So for a long time they changed it. There was a bunch of different ones, CH, GH, all kinds of different things. Eventually they settled on GH. And so this word is Old English Germanic. Okay, the pronunciation is from that region. And any word, all the words that have O-U-G-H in them, those all come from that same area. Like the word burrow and thorough and although, and those are all early English Germanic words. Rough, right, was the F sound was different back then, right?
Rough.
Yeah, that's right. They were part Scottish too. You can even hear it. It kind of sounds like that, right? So when I see those words, now I know. Like I even know what area they come from. Let me tell you another good story about etymology. That's one of my favorite stories, and I know Clay doesn't know this one either. So this is a fun one to tell. Do you guys know who Neil Armstrong is? Neil Armstrong. Do you guys know who Neil Armstrong is? That's right. He's the first man who stepped on the moon. That's right. Well, theoretically.
Yeah, right. That we know of.
That we know of, right? So, Neil Armstrong, after he was very famous and he came back to Earth and he decided one day, I want to go visit my ancestral homeland. So he went to Scotland, and the Armstrong name is a very famous Scottish family name. And when he went to this small town in Scotland to visit, the mayor of the town brought out an old 400-year-old law that said any Armstrong found in town should be hung immediately. And the reason why, so the law used to say, if you find an Armstrong in town, kill him. And Neil was like,
I'll get out of town now.
Yeah, I'll leave now. Like, he said, why? Why do I do that? Well, there's a reason. Because a long time ago, there were a bunch of families who lived on the border of Scotland and England, and they were called the Border Reaver families. And Reaver was a word that meant robber.
Oh.
And so the Armstrongs, the Grahams, the Armstrongs, I can't remember, there were like 4 or 5 families that were the major family names, and they're big names that we all know now. They lived on those border lands, right between the border of Scotland and England, and they were constantly fighting about who owned that land.
Having skirmishes.
They were always fighting about that, right? So the word retrieve, to get back, comes from border reaver, to retrieve, and bereaved.
Oh,
to be sad
done
because
with-
someone
yeah,
died, right? Because when you were in these fights, then sometimes people died. So there are a bunch of words. The word robber comes from reaver. Because they were stealers, they were considered to be stealers. So, again, yeah, that's a funny, interesting story. There are
Yeah.
actually a bunch of other words that come from that same story.
Interesting. Yeah, and Neil Armstrong's from this area that we live in. He's
Yeah,
from,
oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
He's from Middle. My brother dated his granddaughter.
Oh, you're kidding.
For years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. Simon, there's no problem with the camera. It's just a very thin view. It's a narrow view. It's the best I can do, Simon. I can't get the camera any further back.
Be outside.
So, yeah. Best I can do. What you should do, Simon, all of you, you can do me a favor. Send a message to HelloTalk and tell HelloTalk that you want them to bring back the landscape feature. It used to be on HelloTalk, you could turn your phone like this and you would see the wide angle view. But they got rid of that, and now all we have is the small angle view. And unless I sit on Clay's lap, it's impossible for
On
us
my
to
shoulders.
Yeah, like we can't really be in the picture very well. We're already right next to each other, so it's the best we can do, okay? Oh, Sonali says, no, I thought only I was facing this problem. No, I'm sorry, guys. We're doing the best we can.
it too.
I have the camera like 6 feet away from me, way
It
back
is.
there.
It is.
But it's about as far back as I can get to get a good angle. So that's etymology, everybody. What did you guys think? How many people are a fan of etymology now? Hello, Sonali, by the way, and Neo. Hello, Neo. When you show your screen, we can see you, huh? Well, that's strange. You mean when I share my screen? That's weird. Hello, Oksana. I don't understand why that's weird.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, I'll have to play with that later and see why that's true. I don't know why that would be true. But anyway, so that's etymology, everybody. That's etymology. And again, if you like etymology, I know it's a little advanced for some of you, but you can go to etymonline.com.
Oh, I think we got it.
Sorry, let me try that again. etymonline.com. That's the app that I use. It's a free etymology dictionary that's online. And it's a really great way to just explore vocabulary. And today we started with talking about root words, and that's a really great way to look at words. But another way I like to look at words is by which language they come from. So I told you 60% of English words come from Latin or Greek. And all the words we were talking about today come from Latin or Greek, but 30% of English words come from French. So, for example, the word engine. What is an engine, everyone? I'm right here. Hello. What is an engine? Now, here's what I don't understand. How can you not see me if I can see me?
Yeah.
I'm on the screen, so how can you not see me? Yeah, see, I feel like there's still something wrong with the view.
You might be right that it's even slimmer.
It's even
for them.
slimmer for them. That's
Yeah.
right, because that doesn't make any sense. You should be able to see me just fine. I can see me. I'm on the left side, of the right side of the screen.
He says he can see half of you. I wonder if it is shortening. it
Okay,
even
so
more.
let me take a picture so I can show my HelloTalk workers what I'm dealing with here. You should be able to see. Anyway, you should be able to see both of us. I can see both of us on the screen. But so I don't know why you can't. It's weird. So engine means a motor. You're right. Engine means a motor.
Yeah.
But the original meaning of engine comes from the French word engine, which means clever,
Oh.
which comes from the Latin word meaning smart or clever. Okay? So it's French, but French Latin.
Almost like an invention.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Because what was the first engine? The first engine was war engines.
Ah, yes.
So a war engine means some kind of machine that they built to help you win a fight in a war.
A trebuchet or a
Right,
catapult.
yeah, right, or a battering
Or a
battering
battering
ram,
ram, yeah.
right? So
Siege tower.
the first time somebody saw that on the battlefield, they go, "Oh, that's clever."
Right.
So that's where we
Engine,
get the word
yeah.
engine from. Engine is a clever machine designed to help you win a battle. Now it's a motor.
Right. And engineers are
Engineers are the ones
clever people
who were
Yeah.
clever enough to make them. That's right. That's exactly right. They were the clever engine makers.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know why. So, do me a favor, everybody, and send Hello Talk a message and tell them that you can't see me and it's a problem with the camera. It's not me. It's not me. I promise you that my camera looks fine. If you go to YouTube, you should be able to see me just fine.
Yeah.
Okay? But here, I'll tell you what. See if you can show them that, Clay.
Yeah.
This is what you should see on the camera right now. You should see. There we go. There you go. Look. There's both of us. It's not half of me. Yes, there's a settings issue on Hello Talk. They're cropping my screen. So good. Thank you, Sonali, for telling me that. And I will tell them that. And I'll say, because, before they used to have the wide angle view, which was huge. You could see all of my room. Now it's smaller, and it's even smaller, apparently,
Right.
than that.
For them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
So I'll talk to the Hello Talk people about that. But you can do me a favor. If some of you want to help me, tell Hello Talk. Message them and say, there's a problem with Teacher Mark's live stream. We can't see all of him. It's not his camera. It's not his camera. It's the Hello Talk settings somehow. Okay? That would help me. Okay? My YouTube channel, sure. If you want to go to my YouTube channel, it's right here. Thank you, Mona. And if you want to follow me on my website, you can go right here. AFIEC English. It means a friend in every corner English, because I have a friend in every corner of the world. Thank you, Carolina. Please play something. You want me to play some music today? I wasn't really prepared for that. Well, maybe I can end the stream with one song. Maybe. And I'm not sure. So, what do you think? Do you still have time to maybe do another hangout?
I don't
do you
know about a whole one.
Okay.
But I can hang out for
a little while?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, or we don't have to. We can, get some lunch if you want to.
Well,
or-
yeah, I don't want to take you off of here though.
No, well, I just was thinking we just had more time. That's all
Yeah.
right. But we went longer than I thought we were going to go on this
Yeah.
stream. So, you can see me on YouTube. See, I told you. Right? On
Yeah.
YouTube, it looks fine, right? Yeah. So there's something wrong with, right, see? Then the YouTube channel is also good because there's no time limit. That's
Right.
right. Yeah. So you can follow me on YouTube anytime you want. Okay? Yeah, all of my Hello Talk live streams, or almost all of them, are on YouTube as well. So, I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's not end this live stream and start another one. Let's just open to free chat for
Okay,
a little bit.
yeah.
And so we already finished our topic for today for English origins. We finished that. So now, if you guys want to talk about anything else, free chat. If you have some questions about English, I can try to help you with that. If you want to just talk, maybe you want to come on stage and talk with me, or half of me. That's fine. I should sing the song "All of Me."
Yeah.
Why not take all of me, half of me? Please explain the word Zeitgeist. Well, that's a German one.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the word Zeitgeist. And again, I'm using my dictionary, my etymology dictionary. So Zeit means time in German, and Geist means spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, or ghost. So Zeitgeist means spirit of the age or time spirit. So, and it's kind of a weird thing. Like, what does it really mean?
Yeah, and it's
though,
used
right?
it's used in a different sort of way as more of a the zeitgeist is kind of the layer that's over what's really going on.
That's
kind of
right.
thing.
Yeah. So zeitgeist, it means the spirit of the time, the spirit of the
Right.
time. So the feeling of the time, the general trend of thought, right, or feeling, the characteristics of a time, right. So it means time ghost, right, or time spirit. Okay. You love me. Well, I love you too. Hello, Johnny. Bitteschön. Expression of today's zeitgeist. I'm still having a hard time understanding the word. Yeah, Sonali, it's a, it's almost a trendy word that is used
right.
almost sometimes a little ineffectively.
Right. Especially based on that definition, it's hard to even.
That's right.
Yeah, it's hard to even use it in a lot of contexts.
That's right. Yeah. So what I would say is the best thing, if you're never sure how to use a word, one of the best ways to find out how to use the word, type in that word in Google and type in example sentences.
Right.
And then you'll see a big list of sentences that use the term zeitgeist.
Yeah, and it could be like the social context of the day.
That's exactly
kind of,
right. That's exactly what it means.
Yeah.
But again, it's almost got a hipster-like quality
Right.
to it, where in the
Right.
last 20 years or so, it seems like it's been used maybe a little too much,
Yeah.
overused and maybe misused, occasionally. Dire Straits. Why are we in dire straits? Oh, you want me to do dire straits?
Money for nothing.
Chicks for free. I was wondering why he was saying we're in dire straits.
Mark Knopfler.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions or
Bellin had
things that
asked-
you want to talk about? Where's Bellin? Clay asked, have you ever been to Europe before?
I have been to England and Scotland. I went when my brother was there, and that was a really nice visit. But I'd love to visit more of, the mainland Europe.
Yeah, now it's not even part of Europe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've Brexited.
Yeah, that's right.
But no, I definitely would love to see more of Europe, but I have been, and I have my passport still.
Thomas wants me to say some words about the Olympics.
Swimming in the scene.
Yeah,
Insane, or however you
to
say
be
it.
honest, I have kind of lost almost all interest in the Olympics anymore. I feel like it's just over commercialized, over sensationalized, and it doesn't have the what's the word I'm looking for? The globally
grandeur.
connecting feeling that it was supposed to have.
Right.
It's
well, and I think that's kind of with us being more connected online.
That's exactly right.
It used to be something, maybe the only time other people would interact with other countries.
That's
or
exactly
something
right.
like that. But
So I think in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, the Olympics had a different flavor, a different feeling. It did feel like we were bringing people together who had never had an opportunity to be together before, and we were putting aside our differences just for sport for a time period. But now I kind of feel like it's very politicized,
Right.
and I don't have that same sense of connection to it or pride in it.
I think the mayor or the president had said if they don't get too much sewage, then they can still swim in
Right,
the river.
in the river,
But
right?
if
yeah,
not,
yeah.
I don't like that disclaimer.
And he decided he's going to jump in the river to prove it.
Well,
yeah.
and she did. The mayor of
Oh, no kidding.
She did, I think, a couple days ago.
Wow,
So
all
I'm
right.
not sure.
Well, she's probably sick now.
Imagine.
But anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is, look, I'm not much of a nationalist kind of a guy. I find that to be a little bit shallow thinking. I just don't see. It's so weird for me to say, well, the Americans have the best blah, 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 or the
Right.
Germans have the best blah, blah, blah. We all live on the same big rock, everybody. It's a funny thing to compare people who are born on one side of the earth to people who are born to another side of the earth.
Yeah.
I just don't have any value in
Especially when means are different.
Yeah,
and
that's
then it's
right.
done in competitive
That's
setting.
right. Yeah. Yeah. I wish it was more collaborative and less competitive.
Right.
Yeah. And actually, that's a funny thing about the word competition. The word competition used to mean to work together.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. But actually, now it doesn't, right? It
Right.
means work against each other, right?
Interesting.
Okay, let's see. Let me make sure I'm getting some questions here. Do you get to hear me sing? You don't want to hear me sing. Clay can sing, but I'm not a good singer. So
We'll do some singing.
let's see. Can I give some tips for advanced English learners? Yeah, I would say go to my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube channel and watch some of the videos there. And there are many, many, many good tips for both beginner, intermediate, and advanced learners. Okay, and yes, Ruslan, I'm happy to take your question now. Yeah, I'm happy to take your question now. Okay, let me get the rest of these comments or questions here. Where am I from? We are from the Ohio, Cincinnati area. Clay lives in Kentucky, but he's right across the
Yep.
river from, I mean,
Just over a bridge.
Yeah, when I lived there, I just still told people
I always tell
Cincinnati,
people
you know.
Cincinnati too,
Yeah,
'cause-
right.
and usually even here in America, you say you're from Kentucky, and
Yeah.
people Kentucky.
Yeah,
Where's that?
right. So we live in a city called Cincinnati, Ohio, or near a city called
Yes.
Cincinnati, Ohio. It's in the southwest of Ohio, which is in the middle of the United States, the middle eastern part of the United States. Hello, Teacher Poyen. Hello, long time no see. How are you? Nima, good to see you. You would like to play Dulcimer for me today. Oh, we might be able to do that. Get you on here for just a minute. Hold on, Nima. Let me get some questions first. Hello, the cold moon. Sonali says, I think it lost its charm after 2012. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't really know
What
when
was that?
the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
I don't really know when I lost interest in it, but it was a while ago. I don't know.
The sports that are in the Olympics are generally not as popular sports anyway.
Yeah.
Here in the States.
That's
so,
true,
You
yeah.
know, the only time you ever watch track and field is when the Olympics are on.
Yeah, and I wish they would bring back, they used to have like the Olympics for like writing and poetry and
yeah.
art and things like that. And to be
Right.
honest with you, I am not a big sports guy. So
Right.
for me, spending your entire life dedicating towards
Throwing
being-
a ball in a goal.
or being the best swimmer, okay,
Yeah,
wonderful. But couldn't you do something maybe a little better?
Right.
Maybe we should celebrate people who are doing something a
Right.
little bit more beneficial to everybody,
Yeah.
rather than just he's a really awesome swimmer.
He can jump high.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like originally, I think it was a,
who's well-rounded sort of thing.
yeah, not anymore
Oh, yeah.
though. Yeah,
Now it's just specified highly.
yeah, right. Let's see. 1976. What about 1976? When's the next live times? Zarak, I usually do lives on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And usually in the mornings. So Monday and Wednesday, I think we're going to try to be doing around 8:30 or 9
Yeah.
ish. So 8:30 or 9 New York City time. You have to figure out what time that is in your time zone. I can't give you the times of everywhere in the world, but New York City time, it's around 8:30 or 9 a.m. Okay? Rosalind's question is, what is the meaning of to be due to? It means because of. The cause of something is what is, it's due to this. So if I say there was a lot of flooding due to excessive rain, it means there was a lot of flooding because of excessive rain. Okay, so to be due to something means to be caused by something or to be because of something. Okay, Ruslan? Thank you, Sonali. What's my ethnicity?
My ancestors came from Scotland and from Germany.
Yeah,
My last name is a very German name, and that's on my father's side, and on my mother's side it was Scotch English.
Yeah. If you're asking ethnicity, I'm white.
Yeah.
I'm Caucasian, but my father's family originally comes from Slovakia, and my mother's family comes from Ireland, England, and I've got like a 3% Norse Viking, whatever, because they attacked all the time.
Yeah,
so who
right.
knows? Everybody there probably has a
The
little
English
bit.
are all Normans anyway.
That's right. Yeah. Heba, everybody here wants to learn the English language. I have about 71,000 followers here on Hello Talk. They don't follow me because I'm cute. They follow me because I have some good tips about learning English. So follow me and join my YouTube channel, and you'll find lots of tips about learning English. Okay? Ruslan, you're right. That is a different meaning. To be due to finish means it's the due date means the time that it's set to be finished, right? So set to finish. Due to finish means set to finish. Okay, Ruslan? So yeah, that's when the due date is,
a
right?
deadline, as
a deadline.
Sonali said,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. My courses are due to start next week. That's right. They're set to start next week. That's exactly right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anything else here? Don't I think competition gives people motivation to do sports or exercise? Maybe, but Siamak, I think there are better ways to encourage people. Look, I don't need competition to know that working out is good for my health.
Right.
I don't need to compete with somebody to see how much I can lift versus how much they can lift to think it's good. I am generally of the opinion that we should be encouraging much more collaboration over competition.
And I will say, I like to play basketball myself, and I play with my buddy. We play a lot of one-on-one, and he's one of my best friends, and we have a very friendly competition that does raise both of our levels. We've both gotten much better at basketball by playing, against each other and playing, not crazy hard. We don't foul each other or anything like that, but it's both a collaboration and a competition at the same time.
But you also have to admit that there are so many stories of negative competition.
Most of it.
And most of it.
Especially
That's right.
at the level when you start getting paid.
That's right.
For things.
Right.
Is when the competition takes on a new form.
Yeah, I mean, look at this new girl, Caitlin. What's her name? The basketball player.
Oh yeah, Caitlin Clark. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, everything in the news about her is almost all about somebody who's dunking on her unfairly or
fouling her, knocking her over.
Right, and or negative, attention about her some way, Yeah, so look, I'm a musician. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So I prefer working together. I prefer collaboration. I think that we have I think collaboration has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller, and competition has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right.
And it causes us to work against each other more than we should. You know, like look at Clay and I right now. We're collaborating, right? We're working together towards something better. And we recognize that he could do something on his own and I can do something on my own. But if we work together, maybe we can do something better, right? And I'm trying to work with more teachers on Hello Talk to collaborate with them, not to work against them. I want to work with you. I'm not trying to make... I'm not trying to beat you.
The goal is teaching.
That's right.
Yeah, not anything else.
That's right. Yeah. Let's see. Ruslan, how would you answer a question if you quit a company because of bad treatment as a worker in a gentle way, a polite way?
I've done that multiple times.
I mean, not to make a bad impression on the job interview as a person who complains on previous work and brings negativity from your job. Okay, let's see. I think the way you described it is pretty good. My contract will be due to finish in April. Yeah, I think that's just stating when your contract is over, not stating any of your reasons for why you don't want to renew it. Ruslan, send me a private message, and I think I can send you a link to some suggestions of what will help you with writing a resignation letter. I think that's what you're talking about, is you're resigning from your position or not re-signing your contract. I think that's what you're talking about. So send me a private message, and I'll see if I can connect you with some good websites that will give you all the language you need. But another thing I would recommend, Ruslan, is this is another good AI opportunity. You can type in ChatGPT and say, hey, I need to write a resignation letter and I don't want to upset anyone. Can you help me write a very polite, neutral resignation letter to leave my company? And they'll give you some general terms. Yeah. To make it justifiable. Okay, well, then you have to think about what are the neutral reasons for justifiable termination of your contract or justifiable reasons to leave. It usually isn't too hard to find some. Yeah, I understand. You don't want any future employers to think that you're a snitch. Right. I get it, Ruslan. I understand. Okay, so I know that... Nima wanted to come up and play some Iranian dulcimer for us. So,
very cool.
Yeah, he's done that before. So,
yeah.
Do we still use naught instead of zero? No, not here at least. I don't know if the British do, but we do not. No. What is the most food? I think you mean the most popular food in our country. The three most popular foods are pizza, hamburgers, and Chinese food.
Yeah, I would say that's... Yeah, those are the big three. Maybe
American
Mexican
Chinese food.
Yeah,
tacos too.
Yeah,
tacos
Mexican
would be
food
right
is up there.
Yeah, Mexican food would definitely be up there now for sure. Yeah. Do I know Qingdao? Yes, I do.
That's where the beer is from, right?
Yeah, that's one. That's right.
Pijiu.
Yeah, Qingdao Pijiu. That's right. Yeah. Why do men intend to keep their hair short, but women like to keep theirs long? Well, Thomas, not all men do. I used to have long hair.
I used to have long hair too. I used to have more hair.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm getting to that age where it's starting to fall out. But yeah, look, long hair, there's many cultures that encourage long hair with men. It just depends on the culture. I think business.
Yeah.
Business is the number one reason why long hair has become less of a trend, because when you work in an office environment, they want you looking nice and office-like.
Well, I know the clean-shaven look came from after, I believe, World War I, when all of the men who were at war wore gas masks, and they had to have their face completely shaven.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
I didn't know
the mask would fit on their face, and then when they came back,
they just kept it that way.
They kept it that way. The women liked it, and it became part of the style.
That's interesting. What do I think of boomers and the lingo that they use? It depends on the boomer.
Yeah, it does.
It depends on the boomer. You know, sometimes that term is used too frequently, too often. It's a bit of a general catch-all term that's not always accurate. You know, look, there are some people who are born from that time period, the boomer age, who are just as current and hip and know about everything now, you know, but there are some. The term boomer is usually used for some people who seem to still, they haven't grown.
Right.
They still are thinking about the world the same way they did 30 or 40 years ago.
Or 60 or 70
Right. And
years
so
ago, yeah.
When we say, okay, boomer, it's because they are still answering with the same methods and answers that they've had for almost a generation now.
Tired lines.
And yeah, and it's just like, wow, that when you say things like that, it just makes you realize how little that you are paying attention to what's going on now.
It makes a lot of what they say makes them seem out of touch, which means
That's right.
not
they're not
with
keeping
the
up
general
with things.
public kind
That's
of
right.
thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
My dad says a lot of out of touch things.
Tierra says, because in the past males used to hunt and run and having short hair helps. I don't know if I would agree with that, Tierra, because there are many cultures that were different than that. For example, the Native American cultures here, they almost all had long-haired men. Japanese culture as well, they were hunters and warriors. They all had long hair. There are many cultures that considered long hair to be more masculine.
Right.
More virile.
Yeah, in ancient China even as well.
That's right, yeah. Okay, let's get Nima. Where's Nima? Nima, raise your hand if you can. Marcello's saying, you show me your drums, but you talk about tacos. Well, that's because it's, right now we're having a conversation, Marcello. I am a drummer. Okay, so I do play drums on my live streams sometimes. We are in my little studio, so my drums are behind me because that's where they are, right? And sometimes I do play music here and play drums. I am a professional drummer. That's my oldest job. I started playing drums live when I was 18 years old, and that was in 1993, 94.
Wow.
Yeah, wow indeed. Rapid? What are you talking about, Rapid? Well, they're not doing it on my live stream, so there's nothing I can do about that. I cannot stop the spread of bad things on the internet, man. I'm only just one guy. I'm just an English teacher and just a drummer. All right?
No nudity here.
Yeah, we're not. I don't know how to stop that. That's an unstoppable force. Oh, well, that's interesting. Alif said, when we reduce the screen, we can see the real dimensions of your camera. So you mean when you like double tap on it to go smaller? Is that what you mean, Alif?
On their phones. Yeah, I see. Like when you're only getting a cropped picture. And then you click it and it opens up.
Yeah, maybe.
Thing.
Yeah. Thomas says, some people say the longer your hair is, the shorter your insight would be. No, come on, man. That's a stupid judgmental term.
It is.
No, man. No. Don't agree with that. Short-haired people are all brilliant? No. No, man. If being clever were that easy.
Yeah, if bald means you're smart, then look at me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right. Okay, Nima, I'm looking for you, Nima. Where are you? Nima, are you still here? Did I lose you, Nima?
Preparing.
Yeah, Bellin said, yeah, I found when I minimize the screen, I see the full screen. So I don't know how that works.
Yeah, maybe it's the other way around.
Yeah, okay. I have to talk to HelloTalk about it. Tierra, you want to know who edits my videos? No one. Tierra.
Unedited.
Yeah, what I do is all of my Hello Talk live streams are immediately uploaded to YouTube. Is that what are you talking about those, or are you talking about some of my music videos? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay, let's see. Collaboration to hook each other's audience and provide more variety. That's right, yeah. It takes you 10 to 15 minutes to understand the 3-line sentence from boomers because they use so many abbreviations. Well, I've never thought about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know which boomer you're talking to, but maybe
I was gonna say maybe I don't communicate with enough of them.
Or that could just be that particular boomer. Right. I don't know. I've never thought about that as being specific to that age group.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess they have some specific slang, but not that I
there he
can
is.
really think of.
All right, we're gonna get Neema up here to do a little performance for us.
Very cool.
There he is. Hello, Neema.
Hello, everyone.
The connection's not really good.
How's everyone?
Yeah, let's wait for a minute and see if the connection gets better. Hopefully there'll be a good connection for you. I'm doing well. How are you? It's been a while since I've seen you.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to see you again after a long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see indeed.
Amazing, good guy.
Yeah, and this is my new co-host, Clay.
First time seeing.
Clay, this is Neema.
Hi, Neema.
Hello.
He's an English teacher in Iran.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good, thanks.
Iranians have great English from
They
what
do.
I've seen so far.
I'm telling you, right? It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what are you going to play for us today, Neema?
I'm just going to play something that it's not actually an organized tune. Actually, we kind of it's something that we play decent.
Neema, Neema, I have a little bad news for you. The connection is really bad today, so I don't know if it's going to sound very good for you playing because it's cutting in and out, and it sounds like it's speeding up your words a little bit. So maybe let's talk for a minute, and maybe the connection will get a little bit better. I'm not sure. And Belen says she can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the connection's not very good today, Neema.
It's cutting out.
Yeah, it's cutting out. Oh, well, maybe he's going to try to raise his hand and come back up. Oh, yeah, nobody could hear anything. That's weird.
Right.
Okay, well, let's try one more time for Neema, and then I'll try to see if I can get you, Marcello, and teacher Avina, if you want to come up as well. Let's start with Neema, though. All right, that might be a little bit better. Yeah. I think that's a little bit better now.
Okay.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah.
Well, let's try, Neema. Go ahead and try to play something for us, and let's see if it's gonna work. I don't know. The connection's really bad today, so hopefully we'll be able to hear it. But I don't know. Can you guys hear Neema? Are you guys able to hear Neema or no? No, that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
I can hear you. Yeah.
That's cutting.
Neema, The audience says they can't hear you at all. I don't know why. I can hear you a little bit, but the connection is not very good.
See you guys later.
Sorry about that, Nima.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a bad connection today, Nima. And Tiara and Friends, the music videos, I did those. I edited the music videos myself. Rapid, the world has always been a place where there are bad things that exist. It's your choice to spend time looking at them or not. But I have news for you, Rapid. The surest way to encourage people to go do something is to tell them they shouldn't do it. Human nature is if you tell everybody, oh, this is so bad, this is so bad, this is so bad, guess what? That's what they're going to go do.
To bring back the contrarians.
That's right. You know? Well, look, it's like Prohibition. When we had Prohibition, did it stop people from drinking?
No.
No. And book banning. As soon as they ban a book, what happens? The sales goes up.
Out,
right? Right. So, Rapid, what I would tell you is just focus on making yourself a good person. That's all you can do. You cannot make the world do what you think is good. All you can do is be a good example for what you think they should do. But if you're preaching to everybody about what you think they should do, preaching from a negative standpoint just doesn't work, in my opinion. It's never worked for me.
No.
You know, show me a good example and I might want to follow it. Tell me how bad I am.
Right.
And I'm not going to listen.
But yeah, I'm losing the thread.
Right. Yeah. So, and Rapid, no offense, but, okay. I'm sorry you don't like Western culture, but I do. I like culture. I like world culture, and Western culture is part of world culture. Okay. And Rapid, you said you're from India, right? Rapid, are you from India? I think, if I remember correctly. Our Indian culture, right. There's a kind of a famous book from your culture, man.
Oh, yeah.
The Kama Sutra. That's Indian culture, man. They started doing that well before we did. They published the most popular book for that of all time.
Yeah, it's still selling out.
Yeah, so maybe it's not just Western culture, Rapid. Maybe it's not just Western culture. Maybe it's human nature. I understand, Rapid. Look, I'm not a big fan of it either, but like I said, live by a good example rather than preaching to everyone, because preaching in general, negativity in preaching is almost never effective. If you just go around telling people this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, nobody's going to listen to you. Okay? So, Rapid, just worry about making yourself a better person. All right, let's get Teacher Avina up and Marcello up and see if we can talk to them really quickly, and then we'll probably wrap up.
Hi.
Hello, Avina. How are you?
It's working.
And hello.
Hi. Mark, I'm just doing awesome. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well.
Thank you.
And Marcello, hello. How are you? Nice to meet you as well.
Hello. I was talking about a song that an English teacher teach me yesterday.
Taught you yesterday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What song?
Let me see. He says, "All of me, I had a
All
my
of
computer.
me.
It's
Wanna
gone.
take
But
all
I
of
can
me.
sing the. If you, I tell you what, you choose the song, I will sing it.
I choose the song, you sing it. That's
Wow.
that's that's a bit new. Give me
Oh my goodness.
yeah. Why don't you? Are you talking about jazz songs? All of Me is a jazz song. Do you like jazz?
I don't know how to sing the jazz, but you can choose a jazz song. I will search it.
How about I know one? How about Besame Mucho?
Yeah. Bésame,
Besame Mucho.
bésame mucho.
Very famous
I don't
Spanish song.
remember the lyrics, but I remember the tune.
That's it. That's it. Besame
Nice.
Mucho.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And let me say hi to Avina. Avina, good to see you again. How are you today?
Sure, pretty good, thanks.
Good.
Thank you for doing this amazing live stream, Teacher Mark. As always, awesome.
Thank
You're
you.
learning a lot of practical things in your live stream, and
Thank
I
you.
can see that you've got like a guest, Nina. If not, Nana. Oh, sorry, I'm mispronouncing your name. Nice meeting you.
Yeah,
I'm
this
Clay.
is Clay. Yeah, his name is Clay. He's my new co-host. Yeah.
Awesome, great.
Yeah, I found him just recently. He lives in my area, and he's studying to be an English teacher, and he's learning Chinese, so we have a lot in common.
Yep.
So I decided to
That's nice because
invite
I'm
him
an
in.
English learner.
That's good. That's good, Marcello. Then you're in the
Yeah.
right place.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And Marcello, you're from where? Argentina?
Yeah, Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Buenos Aires. All right,
Nice.
wonderful. And Avina, are you in Tehran? I can't remember.
Yeah, Isfahan.
Isfahan. And that's another. You probably don't know it, but it's a city that I knew because there's a famous jazz song from Duke Ellington named Isfahan.
I see.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway. All right. And so let's see. Let's go. Avina,
So
did
in
you
Ohio you listen jazz?
do I listen to jazz? Yeah, I'm a jazz drummer. I love jazz. So I play all kinds of different music, but I do love jazz music a lot.
I will show you a little thing.
Okay.
Let's see.
You want to show us
Yeah.
your instruments?
You're a bass player.
Yeah.
You're a bass player. Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Are you a bass player? Honestly,
Do you play bass for fun? Or what is your job,
For fun.
Marcello?
My official job is doing delivery food with my bicycle.
Okay.
I like to do everything. For example, I love fix electronic things. I like to sing. I go shopping.
Okay. Wonderful.
A little
Good.
bit of everything.
All right. I like that answer. That's a good answer. Yeah.
okay.
And Avina, did you have anything else you wanted to ask me about today or talk about today? Or did you want to just come up and say hello?
I just wanted to say hi,
Okay.
and yeah, that's it.
It's always a pleasure to see you. It's always a pleasure. I like to see my
So
regulars.
say hi. Say hi. That's all.
Marcello, you're a joker, I can tell. You're a joker. You should be a comedian.
Yeah. I prefer doing exercise with my bicycle, but yeah, I am a comedian.
All right then. All right then. Let's see. Johnny says the strange thing is the view on the iPad is better than on the phone, but using the iPad landscape is not allowed for writing comments. Wow. Okay.
Strange.
Yeah. So I need to talk to the Hello Talk people about why the view is wrong and why the view looks so different. If you look on my YouTube channel, you can see us both just fine. So it's weird that I don't know why the Hello Talk view is not good, but I'll talk to them about it later today. I'll send them some messages and see if they can fix it.
Once I did a video on YouTube, I think I get 5 likes. What? That's amazing. But then they retired his likes, so I had 0 likes. But well, maybe next year.
That's right.
All right. Well, keep up the good work,
Yeah.
Marcello. Yeah, keep up the good work. Well, Marcello and Avina, I think I'm going to let you guys go, and we're gonna wrap up the stream here. We're gonna maybe
Sure.
I don't know if we have time to get some lunch or not, but we'll see. But thank you so much for coming back to say hello, Avina. It's always good to see you. I appreciate your loyalty and your positivity.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure. I'm just going to off stage. Yeah.
Did
By the
you work
way,
in a kiosk or something?
we can't see.
Go ahead, Avina. What were you saying?
Sorry, I just wanted to say we can't see you fully in the screen.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah, I'm going to talk to the Hello Talk people about that. It's a problem with Hello Talk. It's a problem with Hello Talk.
Oh,
So yeah, so I have to
yes,
I have to talk
sent
to
you
them
an
about it.
image. Because-
Yeah, send me an image. Yeah, because that'll help
Okay.
me. Yeah, do that for me. Thank you very much. All right, take care, Avina. I'll see you next time.
Yes, I will talk with Hello Talk manager to fix this.
Yeah,
Because they are
yeah.
fine.
I talk to them regularly, so I'll talk to them and see if they can get it fixed. Because if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see us just fine.
Right.
So there's some problem with Hello Talk with the camera. I don't know why. But Marcello, it was nice to meet you, my friend, and we need to go. But thank you for coming. Make sure you come back and
Okay.
see me again.
Thanks for singing for us.
Yeah, I like your positive
Marcelo.
attitude. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Take care, my
Bye.
friend. Adios.
Bye.
Okay. So, yeah, everybody, it's been fun here. We've been on for a couple of hours at least
Yeah.
now. It's 12:15. So, please make sure, if you haven't already, go to my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can also go to my website. So there is my YouTube channel and my website. Go there and you can follow me and sign up for my website. If you want private lessons, message me on my website. You can sign up and buy private lessons from me. It's not free. This is free. But if you want private lessons with me, you got to pay me. Yeah. Thank you, Carolina, very much. And once again, thank you, Clay, for coming to co-host with me.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And again, Clay will probably be here as often as he wants to be here, but Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is what we're setting up for right now. So you can count on seeing both of us, or half of both of us, every time.
Yeah.
So-
one whole person bit
Yeah.
off of the camera.
So, and again, I will talk to the Hello Talk tech people about why why the view is not right, but it's not on my end. So hopefully we'll get them to fix that for us. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for following. Thank you for participating. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening wherever you live in the world. And don't forget to be a language warrior. Okay. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye
Bye, everybody.